watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It's February 6th, and you know what that means. It is a terrific Tuesday morning indeed. I've got Roslyn Hart here with me in the studio. I'm Kimberly Perot, and boy, do we have an interesting first hour here. We've got a stadium appetizer tray. So what does that look like? Well, we can't wait to show you. We're going to build it, we're going to assemble it, and we're going to make it look delicious. Plus, earlier in the week, Kevin and I showed you how to make a simple Valentine's Day craft. And then, as always, adventures in coaching, very important information to be gleaned from that conversation. So hour one of Good Morning Vail starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Welcome into the TV8 Weather Center. This Tuesday morning, we're starting out at about 28 degrees around 8 a.m. Things are going to heat up to about 47 degrees of a high today, this Tuesday. Partly cloudy skies. Enjoy them while they last because that next snowstorm is going to roll in tonight. Looking at the hourly temperatures today, 28 degrees to start. Partly cloudy skies throughout the day today. Around noon, we'll hit 43 degrees and 44 degrees at 4 p.m. 8 p.m. temperatures start dropping down to 34 degrees, getting down to that freezing point. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagle, a high of 46 today. Avon, a high of 47. Vail, a high of 47. And Denver, a high of 54. Today is a good day to get out and get your errands done because tonight the snow starts rolling in again. A low of 25 degrees tonight. 50% chance of occasional snow showers. Sunset at 5:31 p.m. tonight. Some slight winds from the south-southeast. Whoop, went a little fast there. Try to get those errands done today because, again, the snow rolls in tonight and through the rest of the week. Snow expected Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A high of 39 degrees on Wednesday, and then the temperatures start coming down. Thursday will be a high of 31, Friday 32, Saturday a high of 31, and Sunday a high of 30. So try to get those errands done, get the snowboards waxed, and get ready for this next snowstorm rolling in. Looking at the Beaver Creek snow report, no new snow in the last couple days, but the season total is up to about 158 inches with a base depth of 48 inches. Beaver Creek's operating 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. right now with 25 lifts open, 163 trails, and that's 73% of the terrain up at the Beeve. Vail Mountain, no new snow to report, but 180 inches on the season so far with a base depth of 58 inches. Lift hours at Vail right now, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And that should all change with this next storm rolling in, Kim, hopefully tonight.
How do you feel about the season total? What do you think?
We got
feeling average about it? Or
we got to get that up.
We
I
do.
think. Yeah,
we do. I know. I'm not ready for the springtime temps yet. I'm really
no,
not.
no, and you know, Vail's kind of around that, trying to hit that 600-inch mark. So we got a little ways to go here.
We do have a little ways to go, but you know, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday before the Super Bowl. We're doing lots of fun cooking and crafting in the kitchen this week because who doesn't like a good football snack?
Yeah. And it's again, we got all night to eat snacks and watch football on Sunday.
You know, save room in your bellies for all of the deliciousness that's going to happen this weekend. But
that's right.
you know, it's a great Tuesday. Love working with you, Ross. So exciting stuff happening with the weather. So that's always a good thing. You know, we definitely want to see all that snowfall.
That's it. So today it looks like the last kind of cloudy day before the weather moves in.
It's true. So get outside. This is probably the last day I'm wearing these cowboy boots this week. And then it is back to those snow boots because we are going to have some good snowfall, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting stuff. Well, speaking of exciting stuff, we are getting back to our roots with some arts and crafts to make a football stadium snack tray. And I cannot wait to show the audience, everyone, how to do it. So we'll see what happens. But we'll be right back after this break with all of that and more.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on Mountain Perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scarborough at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. We'll see you next time. Hi friends, welcome to a little behind the scenes. I'm Avisha Scarborough, and I'm so excited to be part of the team at TV8 in Vail. I love the outdoor lifestyle here, I love the arts and culture, and I love being part of this community. My show is called Vail Vibes with Avisha, where I tell you about all the amazing activities going on here in Vail and surrounding areas all year round.
Good morning, Vail.
We're back. We're here in the kitchen again.
In the kitchen. Love it.
Because there is a big game happening at the end of the week,
That's
and
right.
you've got to have all of the fun things to make it happen,
Yeah.
to entertain and to be entertained, right?
Yeah.
Well, we are going to make, everybody loves a snack and everybody loves dips, right?
Right.
What's your favorite dip
Oh
during a
man,
Super Bowl?
something hot and cheesy.
Hot and cheesy.
Yeah.
Well, this is not the hot and cheesy
Oh, that's
version
okay.
because we've got to make the structure. We are making a tinfoil aluminum football stadium.
Awesome.
To put all of the snacks, all of the dips in, and it's just a really fun way to entertain your friends and family if you're watching the big game.
Love it.
So pretty awesome. So we've got two aluminum sizes here
Cool.
of these tins. So the big one is going to be your field, and then the little ones are actually going to be your stands.
Sweet.
Yeah, pretty great. So all we're going to be doing is just assembling it. And then we've got straws. We like straws.
Cool.
Because these will make the goalposts. And so I'm going to task you with being creative and making a goalpost.
All right. Love that.
So we've got scissors here, and then you've got you can make this in like bigger versions of it, but we're just going to do a small one. A lot of these bigger versions, and I think you mentioned you've seen it, where you take Coke boxes. Yeah, and I have no idea how to assemble that one, so we're not going to even attempt to do it on the television.
This will work easier, I think.
I think so too, and this is like a decent portion to serve to your friends and family, so you don't have a ton of food left over. But what we've got is a glue gun, and we've got Elmer's glue if we need it, and then we've got our tin. So pretty easy. All you're going to do is put the smaller tin here on the side. So we're going to just hot glue gun the edges here, and we can make sure that this is still hot. It's hot glue guns heat up very quickly, but you kind of have to put a little bit of pressure on them to get that glue out. And we're working on, I'm putting it in 3 points of contact here, just to anchor it down. All right, and then before it gets cold, you just stick it right here on the side, and we hold it in place for a second so that it stays. And then one of the things you can also do with this is like provide a little bit of extra aluminum foil underneath it to provide extra structure. And you just kind of hold it in place there. So we're just holding it in place, getting it assembled. There we go. Look at that. That's our first side. And I would say I'm a big fan of structure support in building in real life and in crafting because we are going to be loading snacks into these, so we want to make sure that it's actually staying on. So we'll go ahead and do the next one. Do you want to man the glue gun?
I think you got it.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if I'm certified.
I would say that you probably
gun.
are. So we're going to just rotate it. And we've got 2 here, so we'll take that bottom one out. And so it's looking great, right? Want to make sure that's centered. I didn't center that one, but we'll make sure that we center it on the rest,
it's
right?
looking like mile high already.
It is. So we're just putting 3 more dots on the either side of these. Looking great. All right, we'll put a little bit more on that outside just to make sure that it is secure. And then what I'm doing, I'm actually kind of like melding it around the edges so you can see that it stays and it's flush. So we're just kind of holding it there for like 3 seconds, waiting for that glue to dry. Here we go. It's a party.
It's coming together
already. It is coming together. I think this is just a really fun way to show off your hosting skills.
Yeah.
There we go. We've got the end zone. So we probably will stick a little bit of tin foil in the backside here, but we're going to assemble everything else first.
Cool.
So moving on to the next one, and this is just like a bread pan or like a mini like pound cake pan. So you can get these in the baking section at the grocery store. I'd say Walmart doesn't necessarily have these, but if you go to like a city market or just any sort of grocery store around, they usually will have all kinds of shapes and sizes. So even if you don't want to do a football stadium, you can start crafting with aluminum tin pans, why not? All right, we've got this next one going on here. So this is side number 3, and it's going to be...
I'm just trying to mentally prepare for the goalposts.
Oh, the goalpost. That's going to be a fun one. That's going to take a little bit of creativity. So I think it's whatever way you want to try to make it will totally work. Awesome. So we're just sticking them in there, and I am definitely pressing the edges and the glue points to the edge of the big pan. So you can see it there. So it's starting to look like a stadium. What do you think?
It's looking like it. It's getting there.
We are getting there. All right, last side here with our glue gun. So I'm putting a generous amount of glue. I don't know if you can tell here, but you just want to make sure that it'll like fill in all of the cracks between the ripples in the aluminum foil. So we've got a decent amount of glue right there. 3 points, that's probably all you need. Sides, middle, and then you just kind of, and the harder part I'd say is probably here on the end.
Yeah.
Because you've got to get your fingers in there.
We'll get some support under them. We'll get it looking nice.
Yeah, it's looking great. You know what I've loved? Okay, so our stadium itself is ready to go. It's all together, looking good. Now, if you wanted to put extra, like again, as I mentioned, you can put the extra tin foil underneath it, like because it'll pop off just like that. But not to worry, because hot glue will stick on there.
Yes.
You just have to be gentle with it when you are moving it back and forth.
What kind of snacks are we going to put in this thing?
Well,
Is that
I think
a surprise?
it could be a surprise.
Okay.
We're going to make a dip, obviously, and then all kinds of options in regard to to whatever you want to put in easier with your dip. You can be carb friendly, low carb, veggies, whatever you want. And we've got all those options to show you here. All right, great. So we're just going to let this set and let it dry. Now you do have to be careful.
Yep.
As we can see, the hot glue can sometimes pull it off, but looking good here. So goalposts. We've got straws. Let's get those going.
What you think we use the bendy part?
So
or are
here's
we
how,
cutting these
this
all
is
up?
what I would do. We're
Okay.
gonna cut them, we're gonna try different things. So should we do 2 different colors for the
Well, why
different
not?
teams?
Yeah.
Why not, right? I'm gonna go with red.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab 3 red straws and we'll see how this turns out, you know. Always fun to adventure. I'd say we definitely do the bendy part.
Kim, it is always an adventure in the kitchen.
It is. So we're just gonna go ahead and pull it all the way out. You can bend your straw just like that, right? And then what we're gonna do is take our scissors and we're gonna cut. We're gonna make sure, actually before we even do that, just make sure that you're even. All right, here we go. And we're just gonna go ahead and cut it just like that. We're just throwing straws all over the place. And we're gonna stretch them out. And then here's the fun part. You're gonna take one end and make it really small and bend it if you can. Ross is
Kim,
going,
I went a
don't know if
different
my
route
fingers
here.
can-
I just kind of pulled them out and made them into a
Yours is
goalpost.
way easier. I like your version better. But I guess we take tape or like, you could take glue, whatever
Yeah.
you want. But I'm just sliding it in.
Normally when I make goalposts, it's not the bendy straws. So that's
Right.
what's throwing me for a curve here. You
Right.
know? When I make my goalposts all the time like this.
Yeah, you could do it just like that. And then if you wanted to like glue your straw to it or just do your version, which I think I like better. Oh, losing my straw there. And then we can just glue it.
You know, they say if you want to get something done efficiently,
Put a man in charge.
No, you
I'm
get
just
no,
kidding.
no. You put a lazy person in charge because they find the easiest way to get it done.
Well, I think I like your version better. We're gonna go with that.
Cool.
And then we're just gonna make 2 goalposts, and then we're gonna glue them onto either side of our stadium setup here, and then we'll fill everything in. And then we've got some fun little figurines to show everybody
Love
on
it.
the break. But this is where we're getting started. So here's our stadium. You have to be a little bit gentle. This is what it looks like. And then we'll stick those goalposts in once we've assembled the layer and the dip and all the
Awesome.
fun things. So it's gonna be a fun one. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who had worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. when people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
We are back. We're assembling.
We switch sides.
We switched sides. Now here's the best part, is putting the stuff into the stadium.
Okay.
Right? So, you know, the gates are opening, the fans are excited.
That's
They've been
it.
hanging out in the
That's
parking
it.
lot and they are ready to get prepared for the big game, for the pregame entertainment. So we're gonna go ahead and get that started. Now, I love a 7-layer dip. We're not gonna do 7 layers because I don't want to use the lettuce that is typically in a shredded 7-layer dip. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So what I'm gonna ask you to do, there's a really fun layer that I like. It's sour cream and taco seasoning.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind, we've got just a small jar. We've got about how many ounces there? We've got
A pound.
about a pound.
16 ounces.
16 ounces of sour cream. And we're just going to put the whole jar into a bowl and then mix in the taco seasoning.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you do that. And then the first layer of our dip is going to start with, we've got this can of traditional refried beans. That's it. It doesn't need to be heated up. Just put it into the bottom of your pan. So I'm going to go ahead and open this can. We're going to use the whole can into the bottom of the pan here. And it's just going to be really, you know, we're getting the layer dip started. Here we go.
I love how much is going into this.
Right?
This is gonna be great.
And I'm always like the worst. And don't try this at home, kids. When you can't get your can all the way open, do not stick your fingers in it. All right, got it. All right, so yeah, you're just basically, sour cream and taco seasoning is the easiest thing. I'm gonna grab a fork here to pull
We're
this
gonna
out.
use this whole packet.
Whole packet, so
Cool.
just get it in there, mix it around. And then we've got all of the other layers as well. Well, there we go. There we go. Got it? I'm just going to take this refried bean dip just like that. And it's the easiest. It's, you know, not the most appetizing looking initially, but we're going to get this in the bottom of the pan because it's just going to kind of hold everything and bind everything together from our dip perspective. It provides like a good base layer to the dip. So once it's in here, I'm spreading it around while you're doing the mixing. Ross, you're looking good as a chef here.
I don't know about all that. I'm here for moral support.
Moral support, right? I want to make sure that I'm not ruining the sides of my stadium. We could have assembled the dip ahead of time, but just to be on the safe side, you know, you want to see what it looks like. All right, this is looking good. Nice thin layer of these refried beans on the bottom. Ross is doing great with the taco sauce, taco seasoning, sour cream. And then I think Ross, once you are done with that, we're gonna have you put your layer on next, so no pressure. Looks good to me.
It's getting there. All
Yeah,
right.
get it there. So go ahead and scoop it in there, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of a spreading around. Yeah, it looks great. So we've got 3 different kinds of veggies: red and yellow peppers, carrots, cucumbers. We do have a little bit of celery as well, so we do actually have 4. I'm gonna grab my celery. And then the cheese. We've got cheese, you've got guacamole, we've got shredded or diced up ground beef, we've got some pico de gallo. It's the perfect 7-layer dip.
Love this.
Minus the lettuce, so it's probably a 6-layer dip.
That's okay.
Looks good to me. Awesome. Yeah, looking great. So we're just gonna spread this around, and that's the dip. So it's just sour cream and taco seasoning. It's a secret. Most people are like, what? And that's okay if there's some in the bottom because we're just going to stuff our fans into the crowd here. All right, looking good. Who doesn't love a good 7-layer dip? Are you a fan?
I love it.
Yeah, I am too.
Why stop at 7?
Why stop at 7? Just put all the flavors together. Awesome. Well, I'm going to let you do this one.
All right.
That's ground beef, so it has been cooled down. You don't want to put it freshly hot right onto the dip because it will, you know, kind of make the flavors melt a little bit. And just dump it all in there and spread it around. Yeah, you can just throw it in and make it easy, and we'll spread it around.
There we go. Just throw it
Easy,
in.
just like that, right? So I'm spreading around the ground beef. And if you don't like beef, you can do this with like turkey. You could do it with sausage, whatever you really want to. I mean, but personally, beef is the classic, so you got to go with it. Right, looking good, looking good. So next, what we would do is usually you would do the shredded cheese and the pico de gallo on top, but because we want the guacamole to be the field, we're putting that on last. So if you want to spread a little bit of guacamole or a little bit of pico de gallo around, just like that. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a lot because we're going to use some of the cheese and a little bit of the pico de gallo to make the end zone and the hash marks. It's going to be great.
My favorite part is going to be the red zone of this thing.
The red zone. Shout out to those who shall not be named, but a big fan of that show. All right, let's see. So we've got a little bit of this in here, and then we'll add a little cheese. So if you want to sprinkle some cheese in there. And you can really, this is the best part, you can be creative with this. Some people don't like pico de gallo, but they just don't have to eat the dip. That's all I'm saying. Yep, so we're just going to mix that in. Looking great. There's our dip. Yeah, perfect. Doesn't have to be too much.
No?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. We're gonna put a little bit more to make the hash marks and the yard lines and all that fun stuff.
Cheese is my love language,
Cheese
so
is...
I usually go pretty heavy on that
That's fair. So you can make guacamole from scratch, but I say just do the store-bought thing. It makes this entire assembly way easier. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. So we're gonna spread the guacamole around. Do you want to do it?
I can sure
a lot
try.
A lot of pressure there.
This is only our field, so.
No pressure, we don't want to mess it up. Looking good. I don't want to, I'll do a little bit of this and check that out. There we go.
All right, we're kind of not getting the whole field here yet, but we'll get there.
We will get there. I'm going to use a clean spoon to help you out there. And then we'll rock and roll with the assembly. Yeah, so if you needed to, you can always buy a bigger one, and then if you really wanted to, you can just spread some lettuce on top of it.
Got it.
Yeah, just like that. So here's the fun part, Ross. You get to decide who goes where, what fans are sitting where in the stands. So, and then all you have to do is start assembling it, right? So we could put more layer of guacamole on top of it. It just depends on how big your dish is, but looking pretty good so far.
Looking pretty good, yeah.
We'll go from here. And then if you really wanted to, you could just shred some lettuce on top of it. But we're just going to go ahead and leave it just like this for now, and just to give you a general idea of what it'll look like. And obviously, you could probably spend a long time making this perfect. But I've got some celery here. We're going to go ahead and get that opened up. Do you want to go with the carbs, or do you want to go with the veggies?
Either or. I'll help you.
There we go. So I would say I'm going to do veggies on the outside. How do you feel about that?
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, great. So I like to, in the essence of fans, I'm going to put all the green veggies on one side, which is all the celery, personal opinion, and just shove that in there. Looking great. And then I've got cucumbers here, and these cucumbers, instead of a traditional, I'd say like silver dollar shape, the round shape, we went long ways. So I took a greenhouse English cucumber, I cut it into thirds, and then from there I cut those round shapes into halves, and then I just continued to make them nice, long, slender, dipping cucumbers. All right, the green team.
Green team.
Fly Eagles fly, except they're not. Sorry, fans. They're not in it. Next side, I'm going to do the orange, the red, and these are just carrots, peppers, yellow and red peppers.
We're doing pretzels and tortilla chips on these sides.
Looks great. Awesome. Looking great. I'm going to go ahead and stick these peppers into this side, and just provides variety. So if you wanted to do this you can really honestly do this any way that you want to. I've seen it where you've got queso, then you've got guacamole, then you've got salsa, and you kind of divide it out by putting aluminum foil dividers in it. But I like the idea of one whole field.
I like it. I like it.
It's fun. Lots of fun. So we're just going to finish doing that. And then once you've assembled all of the food, you've assembled, the stadium, the straws, then you get to start decorating it. You can take little toothpicks and make figurines. Awesome. Look at that. Looks great to me.
Oh, the red.
And this would be a fun little project just to show you. You can like print out like little figures just like this, and then if you wanted to, you can glue them to the back of a toothpick, stick them in the middle. You know, you can do. Let's do a little bit of cheese. You want to do some cheese sprinkles to make Ash up? Yeah, you're the cheese guy. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then another option, you can take these red Solo cups, just like this, and put them in either corner and stick like your silverware, your napkins, you know, whatever it is that you want to do. Looking good. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I'm ready to dig into this right now. Yeah, look at that end zone, that cheesy end zone.
Starting to look like an end zone, yeah.
It really is. It looks great. You can add more pico de gallo into it if you wanted to, just to give it some more structure. Another fun way that you can also kind of fill in the corners here, if you wanted to put salsa. Like, so we've got just some Tostitos salsa right there. You can put it in a jar. Whatever it is, you can just kind of put more dips, like ranches if you wanted to. Not saying that you'd want to do ranch with the 7-layer dip, but maybe you're not into the 7-layer dip, but you want the accoutrement that come with it and something else to dip it in. So you can just do some variety. But I think I'm ready to.
That looks pretty good.
Is it Sunday yet? Because I'm ready for this. Well, should we dip into it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going. What are you going with? I'm going with the classic chip. Why not? Classic chip, diving straight into the middle.
Perfect.
As I break it. But you also can provide like, you know, a spoon to help people get this into their mouths. Well, I'm going to try it. Here we go.
Tastes like Sunday.
It does. And we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning,
Welcome back to the TV8 Weather Center on this Tuesday morning. Things starting out at about 28 degrees around 8 a.m. and heating up to a high of 47 degrees today. Some slight winds, 5 and 10 miles an hour, 10 to 15 miles an hour, I'm sorry, from the south. Nothing too crazy today. Looking into the hourly temperatures and conditions, again, 28 degrees to start the day, partly cloudy. Things will heat up to about 43 degrees at noon and 44 degrees at 4 p.m. And at 8 p.m., things start dropping down to 34 degrees. Mostly cloudy and partly cloudy skies throughout the day today. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagle, a high of 46 degrees today. Avon, a high of 47, and Vail, a high of 47 as well. Denver's looking at a 54-degree day today. Kind of our last somewhat sunny day before the snow starts rolling in tonight. A low of 25 degrees and a 50% chance of snow this evening, rolling into the rest of the week. So again, today's our last kind of partly cloudy day to get out and get those errands done that you need before snow comes in tonight. Wednesday, a chance of snow showers. Thursday, a chance of snow showers. Friday, a chance of snow showers. And Saturday, a chance of afternoon snow. So temperatures varying throughout the week this week, but that next winter storm is starting to roll in this evening, it looks like. Up next, we're going to check in with Kevin and Kim, who have some ideas on how to treat your loved ones this Valentine's Day and take care of them with a nice little gift.
The season of love is February, and February 14th is Valentine's Day. Do you know any good Valentine's Day jokes? Kim?
You know, I do.
Yeah? Give me one.
What do you call a romance that starts in the aquarium?
I have no idea.
Guppy love.
Huh.
Stupid. Anyways, we are crafting a
I've got one.
Okay, all right.
What's Cupid's favorite band?
Oh, I have to say it's probably Kiss.
It is Kiss.
So cheesy. And I love cheesy dad jokes. So, but we are in the kitchen and we are going to just do something super simple.
Okay.
And we are crafting Valentine's Day candy gift jars to give to your friends, your colleagues, your teachers if you are in school and you have little ones. But this is a safe and easy craft to do. You really can't mess it up. It's foolproof, which is great. Okay. So all you need are whatever decorations you want. So we've got some stock card to make a nice little note to attach to our jars. We've got stickers, we've got fun scissors, markers, ribbon,
candy.
And then the most important part is the candy. So
got 2 ball jars.
We do.
Ready
So,
to
and
go.
these are great because when you're done with them, you can reuse them for anything else that you might need. Yeah, I love it. So Kevin, are you a chocolate or are you a fruity candy guy?
Kind of both.
Kind of both.
I'm not a big candy person in general, but I do like chocolate, dark chocolate. Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got the variety here, and I love having like monochromatic candy. I think it's so fun in the holiday season.
Monochromatic
Yeah,
candy.
Great word choice. But we've got pink and red candy options here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we've got 2 different jars. So Kevin, you get to choose how you want to fill these jars with candy.
I think we layer different candy.
All right.
in.
Well, I think we'll go ahead and get started, and I'm going to get started on crafting a jar, unless you want to craft a jar.
No, I'll fill, you craft.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
So I love these jars. I use them for anything, but we've got these really fun stickers. Very sparkly.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stick these stickers on the jars, and they'll come off. So it's great to use just initially, but if you wanted to like recycle your jar, which is why I love to use these jars for anything that I do, you can just peel these stickers off later. But they make it a really fun way to just decorate. I don't know, I think I'm going to stick a couple. I'm going to go with all 3.
Oh,
sticker
I
colors
would
on
too.
this one.
I'd go all 3 on there.
And we're just going to have some fun and decorate these stickers. So Kevin, National Decorate with Candy Day. You're not a big candy guy, so this is probably not your favorite holiday.
Oh, no, it is now. It's absolutely my favorite.
It is now. But also, we talked about it on the couch, Groundhog Day.
Yes, Groundhog Day is tomorrow.
What do you think? Is Puxatawny Phil going to see his shadow?
I think so.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
So I'm going to predict.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
But we're just going to decorate these jars and just make them look pretty. Right
that
now,
looks
it
very
like,
nice.
It looks like a
very
little
artistic.
kid decorated it. But you know what? It's hard because I want to show our viewers what I'm doing. But at the same time,
This is a great craft for kids that are taking something to their teacher in school.
It
I
really
think it's
is.
a little jar with some candy in it.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Nothing
can see
says a jar full of candy to a teacher like give
a
me
jar
an
full
A.
of candy.
I would like an A. I would like a good grade, teacher.
Right?
So
It's
kids, this is the way to your teacher's heart.
And this is a great way for parents if you're looking for something to do with your kids after school.
Keep the kids busy.
Keep them busy.
Not a lot of sharp objects.
Not a lot of sharp objects at all. So it's starting to come together, and you can, throw stickers over the writing if you need to. We're just kind of doing some fun stuff there. So, all right, looking good. Kevin, I'm going to pass you. I'm going to pass you this jar. We'll see how you do with that one.
Heart jar.
And then I'm going to keep decorating this one. And so the reason we brought up the dad jokes is because who loves a Valentine's Day without a good message? So I love to write fun little Valentine's Day jokes onto
I see how you do that.
And then if you wanted to, and then we'll put a little hole in it and then tie it to and attach it to our candy jars. So it's a fun way to give candy to people that you love.
It is.
And you can shape them if you wanted to. We've got
Yeah, you didn't even know I was going to do this.
I didn't.
I saw you look over here and you're going, what are you doing?
Kevin is more crafty than I thought he was. I know he's an aficionado in the kitchen, but
Look at that.
look at that. Masterful with
know what
the
to tell you.
scissors. I don't know if there's much to tell me other than you're really good at cutting hearts out of cardstock.
You know it.
Yeah, so we're just decorating these as fun as we want to. I'm personally still on the Barbie trend. Love this color pink, so I'm going with the favorite.
Then go with it.
I'm gonna just keep.
There's no rules.
There are zero
no rules in putting candy in
in-
jars.
Zero rules in this game. So if you had to write a joke or a message, do you have a fun message that you would write on your?
I don't.
No.
Yeah.
No,
What would you write?
I
Kim?
think I liked the first joke. What is Cupid's favorite band?
Kiss.
Yeah, rock and roll. I love to say that. So to me, that would be my first message that I would send to my friends and family. Nothing insinuating in it. Just a fun
clean.
Valentine's Day.
It's a family show.
Family show.
Keeping it clean here on TVA.
Keeping it so clean here on TVA. It looks like we've got. I might add a little bit. What do you think? Some silver stickers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna go with silver.
I would if I were you.
I might actually switch it up and do the red to match the ribbon that we've got here. So once we've got all that going, all right, and Kevin, you did a great job cutting out that heart shape for these fun little messages. Now you've got ribbon, so you can do any kind of ribbon that you want to. We've got this nice thin ribbon. I'm gonna do two, I think probably two. I'm gonna do two pieces here for these jars here. And you just cut them just like that. We've got one. I'm just going to tie that around. We'll make it look pretty. I mean, yes, we're crafting and we're doing all of this, but the best part is really the sweet treats on the inside. Looks like Kevin is deep in thought.
Yes.
Writing these dad jokes or a message, a secret message. And this is just a fun way to show the people in your life that you love them, I would think. All right.
Okay.
Looking good?
Looking good.
Looking good. Do you want to string it?
Yeah.
There you go. Just string it on through there. And then this just makes a really, just a great little treat to give to people. And I don't know, I think I might have to give this to our fearless leader here at TV.
Oh, I think Danielle would love this. Don't tell her. Let's make it a surprise.
Don't tell her we just made her a secret Valentine's Day treat. But yeah, see, it looks great. You got all the sparkles. You see all the candy. It's a nice little surprise there.
Nice little surprise.
Yep, and just tie it around just like that.
Okay.
Looking great.
Am I doing it okay?
You're doing it great. And I've got, we've got other colors and markers. So it's really however you want to be creative. But this is just a fun base to get started to really be crafty and have some fun. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Join us on board the Leadville Railroad Winter Express. Stay cozy in our heated lounge cars. Marvel at the stunning winter landscape. Sip delicious hot chocolate. Don't forget to check out our new specials. Book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Good morning, Vail.
It's February. How's your New Year's resolution going? Luckily, we have Adventures in Coaching here to tell us why most New Year's resolutions fail and what we can try to do about it.
So we are in the start of a new year, and you know what that means. New year, new you, new resolutions, and lots going on. But as we are continuing to progress throughout the year, you're probably going, okay, what's happening here? So joining me on the couch today, and you've seen her many, many times, is the career and business success coach, Kim Smith. Kim, how are you?
I'm great. So glad to be here again, and Happy New Year. Even though it's the end of January, but this topic is going to be very timely.
It's so true. I figure, we're sitting here on the couch, and Happy New Year. I'm still in the new year for at least the next 3 months.
Of course.
Well, love having another Kim on the couch with me today. So let's talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions, right? We're at the end of January, but people tend to set aggressive and very lofty and optimistic goals, and then, as they keep progressing forward, talk to me about why people set New Year's and resolutions.
Well, we have so much optimism at the beginning of the year. It's sort of a time to reset and reframe and think about maybe the things that didn't go well last year. So we just sort of sometimes arbitrarily throw things out there and say, like, all right, I'm going to just, I'm going to work on this or work on that. So it's very normal to do that. But what often happens is that, by the end of January, 90% of resolutions basically fail. People aren't working on them anymore, and really here to talk about why that happens.
It's so true. And, I think for me personally, I had a couple of goals that I set in January, and now I'm going, time's slipping away.
Okay.
So why do goals and people fail at reaching and staying on track with their resolutions?
Right. Well, and that is the crux, and the big question is, why? And a lot of times it's just because maybe they're arbitrary, but often we aren't necessarily tying that goal to our purpose and our why and what's important to us, and really asking, why am I doing this? Is it because there's some outside pressure for me to do it, or is it something that really is something that I'm very attached to and that I need to do and want to do, not what I need to do? So that's one of the big ones. One of the next ones is just basically not having a plan in place, figuring out how to get from point A to Z, and all the steps in between. So it's really easy to get stuck on that, it's a huge goal, how do I get started? And that's very, very common. And another one is just not really holding yourself accountable and having maybe an accountability partner. And then a big final one is, and it's not final, but one of the big ones is, what are our fears around success and our limiting beliefs? Is there something that might be holding us back from trying or even trying to move forward with a new goal?
All of those things. Well, outside pressure.
Yeah.
Too big of a goal. How do you get there? What do you do? Holding yourself accountable. Those are all very, very important things. So let's talk a little bit about creating a timeline. How do you do that? How do you even begin to think about it? And what's the structure?
Right. Well, a timeline is really, it could be driven by an outside force, like perhaps you need to get a new job because you're being pushed out somewhere. You're seeing the writing on the wall. You're ready to do something. Or it could be that, within a certain time frame, you'd like to make a change and transition in your career or in your life, whatever that is. But I think it's really important to put something on a calendar and then work back from there and then have those baby steps. Because if you don't start mapping out some of those baby steps, you're not going to ever reach that end goal. So, making sure that you put something in the calendar for maybe it's every day or maybe it's every week, but you check in and you're really kind of measuring where you are each time.
That's so true. A specific example, and I've talked about this previously, I used to dance for a professional team, and I wrote the audition date all over a calendar, all over my bathroom mirror. So I love that, setting a goal and then working your way backwards.
Right.
It's really important.
And then what were your steps in between? Just curiosity. Out of curiosity.
Without getting into too much detail, there was some physical aspects of it. So certain goals from that perspective, I wanted to be at this place with my physicality. I wanted to have this part of my dance, and then hitting those monthly timelines and kind of just holding myself to the fire and saying, what's more important, the right now moment or the long term? And it took some discipline and accountability for sure.
Discipline is a really good term too. It's like, what am I going to do to hold myself to doing this? And sometimes it's that fear of that end goal. Like, you've got this deadline, you've got that, that tryout or whatever it was, and you had to have that done for then. And then I think that's important to make sure that you have something that you're working towards and there's a reason behind it.
So let's talk about the goals and working towards them. How do you figure out what is a realistic goal for yourself personally?
Yeah, and realistic is that question, and it's sometimes hard. So what I like to tell people is to be sure that you know what you can manage, what is realistic. So if a goal is too easy, you're probably not going to do it. But if it's way too hard and you're asking yourself to do way too many things and you're already busy schedule, you might be like, oh, I'm just going to blow it off, and so therefore forget it in like 2 weeks, right? So come up with something that's realistic and be kind yourself. Give yourself permission to make changes as you need to, but still hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, no, that's great. And so you mentioned the changes and figuring out what those realistic goals are. So you set a goal, you're starting to work towards it, you're making some changes here and there, and you're going, well, wait a minute, I don't know if this is what I want anymore. So how do you tweak, the goals or the resolutions or whatever you're setting to basically accelerate your personal goals?
Right. Yeah. And there's been so many times when I've been working with people and they're like, well, wait, I've done all this work and suddenly I see it differently and I want to go a different direction. And so, it's about taking stock in where you are and why are you changing it? Is it because you really want to, or is it because you're now in fear and you maybe don't want to achieve that goal anymore because something, your limiting belief is getting in the way? So it's a matter of, kind of deciding where you are with that.
Yeah, I think I love taking that and simplifying things. So, how do you simplify, look at it from an easier perspective and saying, okay, I have all of these goals. This is what I want to do. Let's break it down. So like you mentioned, going from A to Z, how do you go from A to B, B to C, et cetera? And how do you simplify that?
And I think it's really about figuring out what are those steps and what are those realistic steps and what's it going to take. And sometimes it takes some research. You may have to reach out to people that have done it in the past, or if you're looking to change a career, what are those things that you need in order to move into that? Is it that you need to make sure you have enough, in your bank account so that you can hold on for a while? What is that going to look like? Do you need some additional training? Do you need to network? What does your resume look like, for example? All of these things, map those out and then work on them, every week and prioritize, right? Some things are going to take longer than others.
That's true. Well, Kim, I wish I had met you when I had all of those goals back in the day. So What is working with a career and business success coach? Like, what does that mean? How do I work with you? How do you find a coach that fits what you're looking for?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think, there's a lot of coaches out there, and, it has to be a nice personality fit, I think, for both of you. But really, coach is here to help you to determine, if you have a goal or something you're wanting to change. And, a lot of times I'm working with people through transitions and changes, and I'll identify, we'll say, like, what is your goal and how does that relate to your purpose and your why, like I said initially. And then, what is the plan? How are we going to put this together? So you're not having to figure it out in your head by yourself. I'm going to be asking the questions like, what is it going to take? Where do we need to go? I'll be giving some insight, to your process and what I think, you should do. But I'm also going to really help guide you and partner with you to reach those goals. And, a couple of the really big things that a coach does is hold you accountable, for meeting weekly or every other week or even once a month. I'm going to say, like, let's determine what are the things that we're going to work on. And the next time we get together, hopefully you'll have those done. And if not, we'll say, like, well, why? What happened? This isn't an opportunity to make you feel bad about something. It's just to say, well, what got in the way and how can we avoid that pitfall in the future? And then finally, really looking at limiting beliefs, because as much as we like to think we know what our limiting beliefs are, I go through a pretty in-depth process to figure out what those are, to see, what those small voices are in your head that are, maybe holding you back from success or holding you back from trying harder. What are those self-doubts? What are those things that might, get in the way? So
I love that. So it sounds like you help people break through their barriers, their personal barriers.
Exactly.
And then on the flip side, you're not coming down on them like a boss would in a job, but more so in let's talk about it and let's work through it and set some more goals. I love what you do. That's so great.
Yeah.
So Kim, if we wanted to hire you, if I wanted to personally hire you, where do I go for more information and how do I keep up with what you're doing?
Well, I'm here local in the Vail Valley, and you can reach me at kim@adventuresandcoaching.com, or just go to my website, adventuresandcoaching.com, and reach out to me. I offer a free or complimentary first session if you're interested, just to find out a little bit more about how we would work together. So yeah, please reach out.
Just make sure it's a good personal fit. And,
yes.
And all of the fun things. Well, I love that. Kim, you were wonderful. It's great to be officially on the couch with you.
Thanks,
I've
Kim.
watched all of your previous sessions, so I love that I'm here.
Awesome.
And again, we appreciate all that you're doing. And I hope that a lot of people reach out, because January is over, but that means the year is still in full swing.
Right, and we still have opportunities at any time to make changes.
It's absolutely true. Now, stay tuned. We've got a bit more, and we'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It is 8 o'clock on this Tuesday morning, and it's a terrific Tuesday indeed. Joining me today in the studio is Rosalynn Hart. We made some fun snacks this morning, but we're getting down to brass tacks in the second hour, all about business. We've got conversations around vaccines. Ty Stockton of the Stockton Group is here to talk about two gorgeous properties that they currently have listed. And we've got the conversation with the general manager of the Arabelle, much more, Anahata Yoga, their retreat coming up. It is just going to be a fun and exciting hour two of Good Morning Vail, so it starts right now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, Vail. Welcome into the TVA Weather Center on this Tuesday morning, starting out at 28 degrees right now at 8 a.m. And we'll see a high of 47 degrees today, this fine Tuesday. Partly cloudy skies throughout the day today. So rolling into the hourly weather, things will heat up around noon to 43 degrees, and at 4 p.m. it'll hit 44 degrees before dropping back down to 34 degrees at 8 p.m. Partly cloudy skies throughout the day today before that kind of next storm starts rolling in tonight. Into the I-70 corridor, Eagles looking at a high of 46 degrees today and partly cloudy skies. Avon a high of 47, Vail a high of 47, and Denver a high of 54. Partly cloudy skies throughout the high country today before that snow starts rolling in tonight. 50% chance of snow tonight, a low of 25 degrees this evening. Sunset at 5:31 p.m. and some slight winds 5 to 10 miles an hour from the south-southeast this evening. Rolling into the rest of the week, a chance of snow on Wednesday, a chance of snow on Thursday, a chance of snow on Friday, and better believe it, a chance of snow on Saturday. So today's kind of our last day to hopefully see the sun before these storms start rolling in. A high of 39 degrees on Wednesday, and then things start dropping down Thursday and into the weekend with highs of 31 Thursday, a high of 32 Friday, and a high of 31 Saturday. Temperatures really drop down this weekend with lows of 8 degrees on Saturday and 7 degrees on Sunday. Rolling into the Beaver Creek snow report. No new snow to report right now, but 158 inches have fallen this season, with a base depth of 48 inches up at Beaver Creek. Beaver Creek operating 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. right now with 25 lifts open and 163 trails, and that's about 73% of terrain up at Beaver Creek. So we'll see what this next storm does and see what opens up at Beaver Creek in the next couple days. Vail Mountain, no new snow to report as well, but the season total is at 180 inches with that base depth of 58 inches. So we're nearing that 60-inch base, which we love to see because you know we're all about that base, no treble here. Vail Mountain operating 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. right now with 30 lifts open, including the Back Bowls and Blue Sky Basin. and that's 277 trails open at Vail, and that's about 99% of Vail open to the public right now.
You know, you mentioned another chance of snow several days in a row, and I think we are tired of giving the weather chances.
Yeah.
We are way too forgiving here. We just need the snow, so
Yeah.
bring it on.
Yeah, well, it's good to see the temperatures kind of drop back down again, so hope everyone enjoyed kind of these kind of rare winter days we just had, but it's about to be winter
true.
again.
I've seen a lot of joggers recently, you know,
Insane.
just because of the weather.
Yeah.
You know, they're not worried about slipping because they're just running down the sidewalk.
Yeah, no, it's been a kind of nice reprieve from the snow and the cold, but we're ready for it.
We are ready for it. You know, there's a lot of exciting things kind of happening in regard to ski resorts and everything that's going on. So what's the latest update?
Yeah,
Ross?
so yesterday we found out that A Basin sold to Alterra Ski Company. So they're kind of going from that independent mountain, that lovely kind of vibe that we all love, back kind of into the corporate world with the Icon Pass there.
It's the battle of the passes.
Yeah, lucky for us, we have Vail Resorts and the Epic Pass, which gets us to over 40 resorts all over the world. So just blessed to be where we are and all these resorts around us, right?
It's true. And, you know, speaking of resorts, Vail Village and around us, Eyepieces of Vail.
Eyepieces of Vail.
They've got lots of locations, just like Vail Resorts has lots of locations.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting stuff, but they've got great inventory as well.
They do. And if you haven't been to the new Eyepieces of Vail in Beaver Creek, it is a beautiful setup there. So
That's great.
They are all over the valley. Today we have some Smith Optics, some goggles from Eyepieces of Vail. You can get them in all different kind of sizes and lenses that you need. So check out Eyepieces of Vail for more, and stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.
That's exactly right.
Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home? Watch Colorful Cooking with Tracy Miller on TV8 Vail. Tracy brings you the best in fresh and healthy foods for the active outdoor lifestyle. Stream online at tv8vail.com or find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Think Big features top kid inventors who face off against each other to see who can come up with the most innovative and creative invention. In Think Big, kids acquire and showcase their skills in creativity, science, marketing, design, and don't forget, teamwork. Check your local listings and watch the world's most innovative kids. They create and invent new toys, games, websites, and new modes of transportation. Tune in to Think Big.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Fleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Dog Tales is America's premier dog lovers magazine show. This series is all about dogs and the people who love them. Featuring dogs of all sizes, shapes, and breeds, keeping you up to date with all the latest news from the dog world. Sit back and enjoy a fun program for the whole family. Check your local listings and tune in to Dog Tales.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Today. Great show on the way. Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki. I'm Scott. And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great
TV8, there's more for you on 92. Serving the local community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. This time of year, it's very important for parents to stay on top of their children's immunizations. And right now we have joining us Dr. Michelle Fiscus to talk about the CDC's new program, or kind of program right now, to help get kids immunized. Thanks for joining us, Dr. Michelle.
No, thanks for having me.
How's it going today?
Doing well, thanks.
Good, good, good. Can you tell us what exactly this program is to get kids immunized right now?
Sure. So the Vaccines for Children program is a federally funded program that's actually been around since 1994 that makes sure that all children can get access to vaccinations that they need, whether or not their parents have the ability to pay for them. So children who are uninsured or underinsured, meaning maybe their insurance policy doesn't cover vaccines well, or those kids who qualify for Medicaid or are American Indian or Native Alaskan can qualify to get vaccines at no cost through the Vaccines for Children program.
That's amazing, amazing. The people that really need it, that's awesome. Why is it so important for this program and children to get immunized?
Well, it's critically important that all children have access to vaccines that are life-saving. And we want to make sure that they can do that without cost being a barrier. So often it's our Black and Brown communities that are disproportionately impacted by low-income families or that have decreased ability to have access to healthcare. So making sure that they have access to those vaccines is really important, and they can get them through their child's healthcare provider or through their local health department.
Awesome, awesome. What's kind of the latest guidance right now around COVID-19 vaccines for children?
Really important question. So, a lot of us think, well, maybe we don't need to think about COVID anymore. Pandemic's over, kids maybe didn't get so sick. But it's important to understand that last year, COVID-19 was responsible for more pediatric deaths than any other infectious disease. That's more than flu, more than pneumonia, more than any other infection that children get. So it's really critically important that we're vaccinating kids against COVID. If your child has not had COVID vaccines since September, they are overdue for the newest vaccine to protect against the latest variants. So children 5 and up, they just need one shot. Contact their healthcare provider or your local health department to get that done. If they're between the ages of 6 months and 4 years, they might need 2 or 3 doses of COVID vaccine, depending on which manufacturer you get. So be sure to call your healthcare provider and find out what your children are due for and how you can get those vaccines most easily. And remember that they should be at no cost to you, whether they're covered by your commercial insurance plan or through the Vaccines for Children program.
That's awesome. And what do you kind of tell parents, Michelle, that are a little hesitant to kind of get their kids into this?
Yeah, I understand it. There has been so much information, especially on social media and just all over, especially since the pandemic. But as a mom, as a pediatrician, I can assure you that vaccines are the most important thing you can do to protect your child and keep them healthy. We all want what's best for them. And sometimes it feels better to do nothing, but really what we're doing is leaving them vulnerable to these diseases. So just like we wouldn't take them out without a car seat, we don't want to take them out into the community where they could get in trouble with some of these infections without having them vaccinated. So be sure to contact their doctor and find out what they need.
Right, and so obviously the Vaccines for Children program covers COVID-19 vaccines. What else kind of falls into that umbrella of vaccines that the children can get through this program?
Yeah, the Vaccines for Children program does cover COVID vaccines and flu vaccines and all of the other routinely recommended vaccines for kids. So whether it's measles, mumps, rubella, diphtheria, tetanus, polio, chickenpox, any of those vaccines that are recommended for your child are covered under the Vaccines for Children program or covered by your commercial insurance plan. So cost should never be a barrier to getting your children vaccinated and protected.
Amazing. And what's this vaccine co-administration? And can you kind of explain that and the benefits of that?
Yeah, vaccine co-administration simply means getting more than one shot at one time. Makes it easier on the child because they're not having to go back repeatedly and go through the process of getting shots. Makes it easier for the parent because they don't have to take off work or make multiple appointments to get their children vaccinated. And it helps everyone because it helps that child be protected against those diseases more quickly, keeping them up to date and helping to protect both them and the community.
Awesome. And where can people go for more information or to see if their child's eligible for the Vaccine for Children's program?
Well, you can go to cdc.gov and in their search there, just put in Vaccines for Children program or just vaccines if you want more information about vaccines in general. The easiest thing to do, though, is to probably call your child's pediatrician or healthcare provider or your local health department. Any of those places should help you understand what your child needs and whether they qualify for the Vaccines for Children program or whether you would use your commercial insurance to pay for those vaccines.
That's all such great information. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Dr. Fiscus, and have a great rest of your day. And stay tuned for more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, it's Max at TVA Vail. We want to invite you all to the Wacky Winter Reading Program. It's open to all ages. All you have to do is read 10 books or 1,000 pages. For more information, go on our website, tvavail.com. And thank you to our sponsor, the Eagle Valley Library District.
Hi, I'm Ben Belgrad, and I'm the owner of Drinking Vessels here at Bat Country Studios in Minturn. And I've been in the Valley for 7 years. I moved to the Valley because a friend helped me to get my vision off the ground, building my glass studio here, and being so close to snowboarding. So here at the studio, we're acting as a broker for 50 to 100 artists from around the country. We also offer glassblowing classes, and we bring many artists from around the country here to be able to work and create art collaboratively and be so close to skiing and all the activities we have here in the Valley. Here at Drinking Vessels, we specialize in handmade glass drinkware from artists around the country and around the world. Some of these are produced as more of an item you could get in sets and kind of get different color options as time goes on. And some of these are completely one of a kind and really high-end art that's unlike anything people have seen before. While I'm an artist myself here at the studio, I'm representing between 50 and 100 other artists from around the country. And most of these artists are able to spend most of their time working on their art while we help handle their marketing and their sales and the distribution and representation, allowing them more time to focus on their art. That's really my privilege in running this business, is creating that support and providing that platform for this big group of artists that are part of a movement that's very important to me.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Very excited about our next guest here on the couch, and very much needed as we are in the height of the winter season. Joining me today is the founder of Anahata Yoga, Chelsea Winters. How are you, Chelsea?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. Good to see you.
Great to have you here. Loving your earrings, loving the outfit, and your just energy is very zen and excited today. So tell me, you've got lots coming up. Anahata Yoga. We're in the thick of the winter season, which means probably lots of visitors, a lot of people trying to stretch out those bones from rough days on the slopes.
Yeah, we've been busy, but things are good, and we have a ton of workshops coming up, especially for Valentine's Day, and then we have some upcoming yoga retreats as well.
Amazing. So workshops, let's start with the upcoming. So what is happening? Valentine's Day, love is in the air. Yes. We love ourselves, we love our friends, our family, and our lovers.
Yeah, absolutely. So Anahata, it's the energy center of the heart. So we have lots going on for Valentine's Day. This Friday, we have a cacao ceremony, sound healing. On Valentine's Day itself, we have a meditation workshop. That's actually with Jen Harris. And then the following Friday, myself and Mandy Collier, she's a local acupuncturist and energy worker, will do acupuncture sound healing, really tapping into heart energy. It's always really feel good.
That's great. So what is the cacao ceremony? Tell me about that.
So the cacao I actually get from Guatemala, which is where my November retreat is. I have it shipped in. It's really beautiful. It's sourced locally, small batches. And it's heart opening. So we drink it. It's a ceremonial. It's been used for centuries, and it's just really beautiful to open the heart.
That's great. And you know,
and it's chocolate. So
yeah,
it tastes good.
I love chocolate. That's so great. And then you've got a few more as well. So tell me a little bit about what's happening on Valentine's Day itself. Is it a great date, or just to come and just
it could be, or you could go solo. That's Jen Harris. She's a guest teacher of ours, and it's a meditation workshop, and it'll be guided. So even if you've never meditated before, it would be a perfect opportunity to do it. Or if you're a meditator and your significant other is not, it would be a nice way to kind of step your toes in.
And to intro them to that world.
Absolutely.
That's great. And then you're doing another workshop after Valentine's Day.
Yes, and then that's acupuncture and sound healing. Okay. So that's the collaboration with Mandy Collier. We do a lot of really unique offerings. Everyone's a little bit different. This one's tuned into the heart, so we'll be working a lot with energy work. We'll be doing some Reiki energy healing. We have tuning forks, lots of instruments, and then actually receiving acupuncture as a group. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Now, can you explain a little bit further about what energy work is?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're working with the subtle energy. So it's the energy that you can't see. So again, even Anahata, that word, it's the chakra or the energy center of the heart. We have many energy centers in our body, and really in all of this, in yoga and what we do in the studio, on retreat, and if you're out in the woods, even just taking a hike, it's working with that energy, trying to bring you into a more parasympathetic state.
Great, I love that. Yeah. Now, you do, not outside of the studio, you do so much more, and we are at the end of ski season. This sounds like an incredible way to unwind from the hustle and bustle of the winter, which most people don't hustle and bustle in the winter, but we do here in the Valley.
Yeah, we do.
So you've got an incredible women's retreat coming up at the first week of April.
Absolutely.
Tell me the details.
So we'll be in Costa Rica, in Playa Grande, which is a tiny little town. We're an hour and a half from the Liberia airport, so not too far, but 20 minutes north of Tamarindo. That's a town more people know of.
Okay.
Beautiful beach, really quiet energy. Surf vibe. So it is surf and yoga. You don't have to know how to surf. You don't even have to get on a surfboard the entire time if you don't want to.
Okay.
But we do have that option, and it's really all levels and just a beautiful experience.
So it's a full week long from April 6th to the 13th. And this is a women's only retreat?
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how many women are going? Tell me the details there.
So every retreat varies. It's always somewhere from 10 to even sometimes 25.
Okay.
Women can sign up solo, or it's really nice if they come with a friend. Often they'll sign up solo for their first one, and then they'll end up coming on 1 or even 2 a year.
Oh, wow.
So they could come and not know anyone, or maybe just know me, and then they leave with a whole group of friends.
That's great. And so So you get to do yoga, you get to surf. Are there like classes every day, or what is the structure like?
Yeah, so we like to have a quiet morning. We do some sort of yoga practice, a little bit more vigorous. I call it solo flow. So we're moving our bodies vinyasa-based in the morning. Breakfast, all of the meals are included, but then we have breakfast. Depending on the day, you have free time, you have lunch, and then it might be completely open until our afternoon session. Afternoon will be a little more mellow and chill. It's often ceremony-based. Mandy is actually coming on this one with me as well. So we'll be doing acupuncture workshops included. And then throughout the day, we'll do, it depends on the day, maybe an excursion with the group. Maybe you want a spa treatment. You want a private session with myself or Mandy. So you can fill your day completely, or you can just relax, grab a surfboard, take a private lesson, and then, all the meals.
So choose your own adventure.
Exactly, yeah.
As rigorous or as relaxing as you want it to be.
Exactly.
Now, in regard to the surfing, so is that included or is that like a completely separate
It's separate.
cost?
It's separate, but it's quite affordable. You can do a private one-on-one lesson. If there's a few that want to do a little private group lesson, we can do that. Or if you're a little more experienced and you just want to rent a board for a day or the whole week, you can do that too.
That's great.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm
Awesome.
excited.
And what a perfect place to go just to wind down, because
Totally.
it's right at the end of ski season. It's perfect. So in regard to this retreat in April, can you still sign up? Tell me about the cost. Is it refundable? How does it go?
We do still have a few spaces. So
Okay.
if you're a little bit more of a last minute traveler, we can fit you in. We still do have single and double occupancy, and that starts at about $2,500 for the week. That's all inclusive. So all you have to do is book your flight there, which I can give guidance on what you need.
Great.
And then we'll organize your shuttle. We'll get you there. Again, all your meals are included. A few additional things are a la carte if you want, again, spa treatments and things like that. But really, everything's included once you get there, and we'll take care of it.
That's great. So a couple more spots left, single and double occupancy rooms left.
Yep.
That's wonderful. And it's just a group of women to support and encourage each other and relax and unwind at the same time. I love that. And then you mentioned you have another retreat coming up in November. Is that right?
Yeah. So that one's actually pretty close to selling out. That one I only have 2 rooms left for.
Oh, wow.
That's the first week of November. Very similar kind of experience and vibe where it is all women. Different where we're on Lago Atitlan, so we're not on the ocean, we're on another body of water, beautiful lake, and we're looking actually at 3 active volcanoes.
Oh, wow.
Lots of culture for that trip. The food is amazing. We always give back on each of the retreats. So like in Costa Rica, we'll go to a local school, bring school supplies, meet with the kids, probably read a book to them. For Guatemala, we'll do a little bit more with adults where they have a vocational program there that will help support. But just a really beautiful experience.
That's wonderful. Now, how do you select the location for these retreats?
Yeah, it takes a lot of time and intuition and researching and vetting and back and forth with the owners of the retreats. And I do a lot of time, spend a lot of time researching, and then you just know. The Guatemala one we've been to before, so I'm really excited to go back.
That's great, and you just start to foster and build those relationships. And what an incredible curated experience you provide to people. So
thank you.
I love that. I love your inspiration behind it. So where can we go to, 1, sign up for all of the workshops coming up, and then 2, find out more information about the retreats?
You could just go to our website. We use MindBody for our classes, the MindBody app, but otherwise anahatayogaco.com, or just give me a call.
Great. And so you can get onto MindBody to take all of these classes for Valentine's Day and all the special workshops.
Absolutely.
That's great. Well, Chelsea, great to have you
Thank
here.
you.
Always, your energy is so great. I'm just sitting here.
Good
I'm
to see
feeling
you.
so relaxed on the couch now, and I need to get in there and come try a class out. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, Chelsea Winters, wonderful human, great place to be. Go check out the retreats, and if not, at least go take a class at Anahata Yoga. But we've got more on our show right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. And welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
The weather changes are in the air. Let's take a look at today's forecast. As you can see, a high of 47. So appreciate those spring-like temps because as we progress throughout the week, it is going to get a little bit more like winter. But today, 8 a.m., 28 degrees. We're looking at winds coming from the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. We've got about a little bit of cloud coverage there, though. Looking at the hourly, 28 degrees at 8 a.m., 43 at noon, 44 at 4 p.m., that's a mouthful. 44 at 4 p.m., mostly cloudy, 34 at 8 o'clock, and partially cloudy as well. And we're looking at the I-70 corridor, Eagle 46, Avon and Vail 47. We've got cloud coverage throughout the entire I-70 corridor and along the Front Range in Denver with a high of 54. There, looking tonight, snow, 50% chance of snow coming in, low of 25. Occasional snow showers there, though. Sunset at 5:31 p.m. and the winds are coming at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we look at the hourly or the 5-day forecast, this is where we see the fun changes. Temperatures drop, snow showers, 60% chance Wednesday and Thursday, 39 on Wednesday for the high, 20 for the low, and then man, does it get colder as we move throughout the weekend in anticipation of the big game. Thursday, 60% chance of snow showers, high 31, low of 12. Friday, just about the same. We've got a degree increase in temperature on both the high and the low, 32 and 13, few snow showers. And then Saturday, afternoon snow, 31 for the high, single digits for the low, 8 degrees on Saturday night, partially cloudy on Sunday, 30 degrees, and then 7 for the low. Looking at that snow report, 158 inches for the season total, 48 inches on the base depth at Beaver Creek. No new snow, but that's changing today. Lifts are spinning from 8:30 to 4 p.m. Looking at the lifts that are open, we've got 25 of them open that are spinning there, 163 trails, 73% of the terrain. So we are almost 3/4 of the way there, and hopefully with this snowfall, we'll see an increase in that number there. 180 inches on the season total at Vail, 58 inches in the base depth. So we want to get to that 60 inches. It'll be nice. We'll know we'll have snow for a while after that. Looking at the lifts, we've got 30 lifts that are open, 277 trails. And again, Kevin and I are waiting for that 100% party happening. Hopefully that'll happen after all of this snowfall. But speaking of the wonderful things that are happening over in Vail Village, we've got the Arabelle, and it is a gorgeous piece of property and place to stay, ice skating rinks, and all of the above. Gretchen had a conversation with the general manager over there, so let's take a look.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Now, I'm very excited. I have a longtime Vail local, Brant Murat, from the general manager at Arabelle, and we all love the Arabelle. I'm a huge fan, always have been. How are you doing, Brant?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for having me.
So how long have you been at the Arabelle?
So this is my second tour. I was the director of engineering there
Okay.
from 2009 to about 16.
Oh, wow.
And then I had a couple different roles with Vail Resorts and then came back. So I've been the general manager at the Arabelle for almost 2 years now.
Okay. Oh my gosh. And what a title. If you, well, everyone knows the Arabelle. I feel like it's this place that needs no explaining or like really talking about because it's so brilliant. I mean, everyone knows the Arabelle. What is your favorite thing about working there?
Oh man, it's so nostalgic. The property has kind of a bohemian vibe.
Yes.
And so it's after kind of a Swiss village. And I think what I love most about it is just like 8 steps away from the mountains. So
Oh my gosh.
I can cheat a little bit and go for a few runs during the day. But it has everything. It has an ice rink, a massage spa,
Yeah.
it has restaurants, it's a condo hotel. It's absolutely magnificent and beautiful.
It truly is, and I am going to totally embarrass you, but do you remember when we did they had the movie in Vail that was, Winter in Vail.
Yep.
That came here. I was a little extra, but all of the big stars were coming, they were getting warm in there, and everyone was looking around from the ice skating rink when we had that little moment, and they're like, this is stunning. And they had been all over Vail, and they're like, this is gorgeous. It's such a vibe. It's very different, I feel.
100%.
Yes.
We used to have a cocoa cart on top of the bridge. There's a bridge that oversees the entire ice rink. And
Yes.
so we would, 3 o'clock, we'd get everybody up there and have, bourbon, strudel, cookies,
So cool.
cocoa cart, and watch everyone down below ice skate.
Well, and we're going to get into all things Arabelle, but I do have to tell you, I've gotten my nails done, I've gotten a massage. It is amazing. I just had to shout out that because I think sometimes people are so drawn in by all the other things that it has to offer, but truly it's brilliant. I mean, it's so relaxing. It's so just pristine and gorgeous.
Yeah, no, we've updated it quite a bit. We've added, cold plunge and all sorts of other
wow.
items,
Okay.
and we're starting to do blowouts there as well for
you're
weddings and
speaking my
events.
language. Wait, what about for the girls that want to come in once a week just for a blowout? Can I?
That's easy.
Okay, cool.
We can check that box now.
Did you like how I just lit up? I'm
Absolutely.
like, blowout? Awesome. Okay, cool. And then what else does the Arabelle have to offer? Walk us through a day if you're coming in and staying with
Sure,
yeah.
absolutely. So whether you're a guest or just visiting, you can always show up to the front drive to the porte cochere, and you can either stay and play, which is kind of a
Love
new
it.
thing we're starting to do. So you can stay, have a restaurant, go skiing afterwards, do a nice hot tub or a cold plunge or
And I don't
anything.
want to interrupt you, but your restaurant, oh my goodness, I have to stop because I literally will drive across town just to come.
To the
have
tavern?
food. Oh my gosh. It's good.
It's amazing.
And it's consistently good. I do have to say that because it's brilliant. So
Yeah, Paul Wade, he's curated some amazing things on the menu.
Yes.
We also have a little gym called The Bell, which is our new grab and go. So we
Oh.
went away from Starbucks and have our own little
I did not
local
realize.
roastery
Okay.
there.
That's cool. It's
Very
a
cool.
grab and go. That's
It's a grab and go.
I'm learning so much. I'm so happy you're here. That's brilliant. Okay, so have some food, then what?
So as you have some food, then you can go play on the mountain.
Yeah.
So whether you're mountain biking or skiing, so it's 24/7, 365. The
Love
property never sleeps.
I love that. I love that. And you're right there in the thick, in the heart, which is so beautiful. So it's like if you want to go grab a cocktail, a mocktail, whatever, go shopping, everything is right there.
Yeah, and the big difference between Lions Head and Vail Village, so Arabelle is located in Lions Head.
Yeah.
It's just a different vibe.
It is.
It's more
It is.
open. It's more relaxed. I always push people to Vail Village for the nightlife because
Totally.
there's so many more options from restaurants and what have you.
Right.
But if you want to come relax, Lion's Head is the absolute perfect place to enjoy.
And I do think that sometimes there are great restaurants in Lion's Head. They sometimes get overlooked. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I do agree. It's more like a shopping vibe. Maybe grab a cup of coffee. But I love it. I'm a big fan, if you can't tell. Big fan of Lion's Head. That is so brilliant. Do you guys have anything coming up? Any special events happening?
Yeah, we have a Valentine's special for
Cool.
the spa, which is amazing.
I love how he's like, for Gretchen.
Little plug
Yeah.
for the spa for sure. We're always doing something
Cool.
and curating something for special events, whether it's Valentine's, President's. We do a local special. So if you ever reach out to me and talk about the local special, you can stay and play at the Arabelle for an insane discount.
Wait, that's so good to know, because I think a lot of times living in the Valley, we kind of forget that we can experience these gorgeous moments that people come from all over the world. So that's brilliant, a local.
Well, it's
I dig
important that we're enjoying where we live, right?
Yes.
It's so easy just to keep working, but I always try to reach out to my friends and network and say, hey, come play and hang out at the Arabelle and enjoy the tavern, the Bell, the spa, the
I love
fitness
it.
center. It's amazing.
That's so brilliant. That's so cool. So where can everyone go to find out more?
You can go to discovervail.com. They have a lot on the Arabelle. Vail.com as well.
Cool.
Or you can just Google the Arabelle.
The Arabelle. And now, Brant, can people, if they have questions for you personally, can they call the front desk? Can they?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of locals are going to want to stay and play.
I would love for that to happen. That'd make
Awesome.
my day.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I feel like we're going to have you back. I have so many more questions about the Arabelle.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. And keep it right here. We have more Good Morning Vail to come.
Good morning, Vail. Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Now, our valley is so gorgeous because of the nature, but it's idyllic because of all of the real estate that's here. And joining me on the couch today, the man does not need any introduction, but he is the #1 real estate mogul here in the valley, Ty Stockton. How are you, Ty?
I'm doing great. It's good to be here. You
Great.
know, it's always fun to come in and chat a little bit about what's going on in the valley before we get on air, and then talk about some great homes.
It's true. It's true. And you have such gorgeous properties, and you're just a wealth of knowledge in regard to the industry here, to what's available, and just the details of all of these beautiful properties. So we've got 2 we're talking about today. So where do you want to start?
You know, we're going to talk about 392 Beaver Dam Circle and then Edelweiss 406. But before we jump into that, I want to just make sure everybody knows that's listening that we're talking about Vail Village specific properties, and I wanted to keep it tight-knit to those because there's something interesting happening in Vail Village right now.
Oh, well,
Historic
okay.
low inventory.
Really?
Things that are listed are not staying on the market very long, and we just have more buyers than sellers. People are stingy about wanting to sell their properties, you know? So that's an interesting place to be right now when, you know, there's mixed messages out there across the country about, you know, what, excuse me, interest rates are doing to properties and maybe things slowing down. And any slowdown we're seeing in our market here is inventory driven. We have buyers on the sidelines that are looking for things. So that's a pretty good segue to start talking about 392 Beaver Dam Circle, because that's a brand new listing for us. It's a 5-bedroom home, and you can walk right into town, easy walk to skiing. And you know, I love, we've got some images coming up now. This is a kind of a timeless, more traditional home, which we're seeing a movement back to that a little bit away from the mountain modern. I think people want more warmth, you know, nice hardwood floors and stone fireplaces and rich warm wood and outdoor spaces. And this particular home I just love because it's nestled in the mature trees, and you can see here you have these gorgeous doors that open, you know, when the weather's outside, so that gives you additional seating or outdoor dining in the summer. You know, we don't have bugs and humidity, so people just love being out there. And the fire pit and the vaulted ceilings in there, the antler chandeliers, you know, just you feel like you're in the mountains, don't you? When you look at these images, you're like, I'm there. And to have 5 bedrooms so the family can spread out. There's a little brook, which you see here, that flows through the property. So in the summertime, you have this warmth in your home, and you can hear the water just trickling by. You know, you just want to nestle in there and do that. And yet in the wintertime, it transforms into this amazing ski chalet that people are just absolutely enamored with.
It's gorgeous. You know, it's got some modern feature, but it's mostly that classic warm feeling. And I think, just as you mentioned, you can have modern anywhere else in the U.S. or in the world, really. But to have a specific, like, classic mountain-themed home, it just transports you to a place that we all love, our magical bubble here in the valley.
Yeah, and you know, not to be overlooked, in this neighborhood, it has a rare 3-car garage. And why is that important? Because, you know, we have all sorts of toys here. You know, we've got, you know, our bikes and our, you know, kayaks and, you know, all those toys that we need. And people are always asking me for that additional space. And having that 3rd garage bay plus this big, generous sized auto court, it's perfect for inviting guests over and just really enjoying and sharing this home with your friends and loved ones. So
it's gorgeous, those high vaulted ceilings and the big windows. So when it is wintertime, you don't feel like it's dark and cold. It feels warm and inviting and just beautiful.
Yeah, and we hear people saying, I don't necessarily want 10,000 square feet of home. And this one's really nice because it's just under 4,600 square feet, so it's very manageable. And for the current owners, they spend about half the year here, and they say it's just a really nice size home where when they fill up the house, everybody's around. And you know, here in the valley, people, there's so much to do, and it creates all these opportunities to get together and socialize and talk about your day or what's going on in a very relaxed manner. And this house really brings everybody together in a really cozy, comfortable way.
That's
So.
true, and you want space because we have all of the toys, and you want to be able to relax and unwind once you've finished all of your activities. But at the same time, you want community as well, and that's a great space for it.
Yeah, and the great room, which we saw with the vaulted ceilings, it's lends itself nicely to bring a lot of people together to dine and share a cocktail or just a story about what's going on in their lives or what an amazing ski day they had today or golf or any of the activities that the Valley offers.
That's true.
Really fun. And then let's talk about Edelweiss.
I'm excited to hear about that one. I love this property.
Yeah, what strikes me about Edelweiss is the location. So it's location on Bishop Park, which those that know Vail, they feel like for the condo environment, that is the key place to be.
Okay.
It's cozy. There's a little circular drive through there, and there's a little park in the middle. And you can see from the exterior photos here, it's in a Bavarian inspired condominium project that's relatively small compared to some of the big projects like Four Seasons and Ritz and Solaris. So they have a nice little cozy lobby area, but this particular residence is the one to grab in Edelweiss because it's the top floor residence. You can see here, that view's looking at the Gore Range. So you look right up Gore Creek,
Stunning.
Over the International Bridge, and you see the Gore Range view there. And it's just such a charming place. When I first walked in, I said it sort of harkened back to those earlier days in Vail, where a lot of the pioneers here were from Europe. So a lot of the architectural style was more Bavarian, if you will. And so this has that. And yet, if somebody wants to do a refresh on it, it's there. It has a lofted area above the kitchen, plus 2 bedrooms and actually 3 bathrooms in there. It's got its own laundry area, so while it's not an overly big place, again, it's perfect. I think I told you before we went on air, I want this one. It's one of those you go, it's such a rare gem, and it's only going to be on the market for a short while. It has an outdoor balcony, which is west facing, so you can enjoy afternoon sun, even as we approach spring skiing now, where we get those afternoon warm days. You could sit out there and have a drink or some hors d'oeuvres and just enjoy where you are, because you're going to hear the sound of Gore Creek, which is just right outside your window.
Oh, it's so magical. Who needs music when you've got the sound of the creek?
When you walk into Edelweiss 406, you just feel like this is something that's special.
Yeah. It's like, are you in Vail or are you in the Swiss Alps?
Yeah.
Who knows? Either way, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and you could go for one of the big box properties, which are amazing, and we sell a lot of those. But a lot of people want something that's a little more understated. They don't need a lot of the services that some of the other ones offer. And they pull right in to the covered garage. And this particular residence, which is really rare also, offers not 1 but 2 parking spaces.
Wow.
And they're very coveted because a recent founder's space just sold for over $500,000 for
just
the opportunity to just park your car in a cold garage, So this has 2 parking spaces, which is very rare for a 2-bedroom condo in Vail Village. And you take your elevator right up to the 4th floor, so it's really easy living. I like to say you measure your success and location by how many steps you are to Sweet Basil, which is one of my favorite restaurants. And you walk right down, and within less than 2 minutes, you're sitting at your table in Sweet Basil or any of the other fine dining restaurants we have in town. And yet, when you go through to get to Bishop Park and Edelweiss, you have no idea that the hustle and bustle of Vail Village is right outside your door. I just love this property, and I want people to pay attention, because even if you're not in the market and you're just curious, call the number on the bottom of the screen, 970-471-2557, or look for those Compass Real Estate Stockton Group open house signs. We're going to be doing open houses there consistently throughout the weeks and then the spring, because we want to make it easy for people to walk right in and just fall in love with it and buy it.
It's true, and you have an inside edge to all of the properties that may not be officially listed on the market, but just good to keep your eyes and ears open for gorgeous properties like this one.
Yeah, I mean, as you started out in the interview today, I've been at it for a while now, and I've really made a career out of Vail Valley real estate, particularly Vail Village. And, if you're thinking about maybe that next step, but you're not quite ready to step out and chase one of these gorgeous properties we have, give us a call. We love talking to you. We love educating people. And a lot of times we hear what their wants and needs are. And I say, I've got somebody that's thinking about selling their property, and maybe we can pair the two of you up, and, we all live happily ever after in the Vail Valley here. It's a lot of fun. I get to do that and help people realize their dream of Vail Valley real estate home ownership, and I consider myself very lucky to be able to do that.
Oh, that's wonderful, and congratulations to you and your team. #1 for the 6th year in a row for 2023. Very exciting stuff, and there is a reason for that because of your knowledge and your relationship building. So,
well, it's very humbling, but we work extremely hard at it, and we thank all of our clients for trusting us to go out there and find them their perfect home, or when they're done and they have a life change, that they trust us to sell their home, and do a great job doing that. So thank you for that acknowledgement, and thank everybody out there for trusting us.
Awesome. Well, Ty, we love having you on the couch. Great to see those gorgeous properties you have available. And one more time, where can people go to get in touch with you or your team?
Sure. So tsgvail.com is our website. There's tons of great options in real estate there. My phone number, which I always have my phone, is 970-471-2557. You see it up on the screen now. Edelweiss406.com. You can go look there. 392 BeaverDamCircle.com. You can look there. So, we try to make it easy for people, and we're always here to help serve. So
awesome. Well, Ty, great to see you. Exciting to be here on the couch at the start of the 2024 year. Can't wait to see what you do here in the Valley this year.
Great. My pleasure. Thank
awesome. Now, stay tuned. We are coming up on the close of this Tuesday morning edition. We'll be right back after this.
Good morning, Vail.
I'm Amy Goodman, host of Democracy Now! Our independent news hour offers diverse perspectives and unique opinions, often unheard in the mainstream media, live as the news unfolds. Tune in for Democracy Now!, the War and Peace Report, weekday mornings at 9 and evenings at 6 on TV8 Vail, Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to Danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
It has been a terrific Tuesday indeed. I loved having Ross Leonhardt here on the couch with me. We made that football stadium snacks plus Ty Stockton with those gorgeous properties. Anahata Yoga, they've got retreats coming up. But before we close, let's take a quick look at the 5-day forecast. As you can see, snow showers are rolling in all week long. Temperatures are going to drop drastically. It's going to be a good one. I'm Kim, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Are you looking for exciting and nutritious recipes to cook at home?